GenC podcast. Welcome to the GenC podcast. I am your host, JP Jackson.
Thank you.
To my far right
Thank you.
is the man who wants to be the host, Mr. Rizaan.
It got worse. I thought it was getting better, but it got worse. Hi, everyone. To the audio listeners, why does JP still do this kind of thing? How is everyone doing today? Please. Cold. Wearing short sleeves. Okay, listen. Nobody came here fast.
Yeah.
Today, in the middle, we have Caron. Did I say it right?
Caron. Yeah.
Caron, let's go.
Something like Ron. Like if you call me Ron now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can call me Rose.
Okay.
What's that?
Ooh, just Zaan. I'll be. Oh no. Okay. Oh wow. So for the viewers, for the listeners, we like to ask the guest, tell us a bit about yourself. So who is Caron Lee Heynes? You don't have to have it like where you grew up. You can make it a fun story. You can lie to us also. No one's gonna know. We didn't fact check.
Are you sure? He's the one that does all the research on the guests? Yeah. So my name is Caron Heynes. I don't know, hey. 32, living with my parents, loving my dogs, working with dogs,
Okay.
and literally just trying to survive every day.
Yeah.
So
it.
Caron introduced us to a new love language. That she came to the studio with gifts, but the gift isn't gifting isn't the love language. The love language is Nutella.
Oh yeah.
So please, where did the love for Nutella come from?
Honestly, I only discovered Nutella about maybe 6 years ago. I was one of those children that never got stuff like that. I mean, we would get Cocoa Pops during the school holidays. You don't get stuff like this
Too
ever.
much sugar.
Yeah. Let's just go with that. But
That's weekend stuff.
I love chocolate though. I love chocolate. I've actually got an allergy to a certain dairy protein. So most dairy products I can't have. I can't have ice cream. I can't have milk. I can't have milk tarts, stuff like that. I can have butter and cream and one other thing.
Cheese?
Yogurt. No cheese.
Okay.
I will literally explode. Everything that can happen to you happens to me. Chocolate is one of the things that I can have in moderation. The way that Nutella is made, it obviously just kicks out anything healthy.
Yeah.
So the body doesn't even register this as anything natural
It's a
at
food
all.
source.
It's just, it tastes so good and I just can't. I can't live without it. If you buy me one of these jars, I will finish it quick with a spoon.
To the visual listeners, what ETV things is happening?
I'm not looking that side.
No, man, so I bumped the mic, man. And I was so shocked. I was like, whoa, did you just kiss me? And I was like, okay. And I kissed it back. I don't know what is happening. I'm sorry. You were this love languages that was happening. It got me in the mood.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
I'm a selective sensitive.
You want to be part of the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, just to deflect, to get off this train. That was weird. Mr. Mike, what's going on?
Yeah. What's a Mr. Mike?
Oh,
Mm.
some latent
Yo,
homosexual
yo.
tendencies.
I'm coming. I want the world to I'm coming. Wild. Okay, can we get back to the guest, please? Like, oh my word. Okay, so tell us about your formative years. Like, what was your sort of schooling and stuff like that? Like, don't get into the trauma.
No trauma.
No trauma. Okay, cool. Spiciness.
A bit of moving around Cape Town, not the whole freaking world. But the majority of my school years were based in the southern suburbs. Went on to become I don't know how to put it. Most of my schooling career, like every time I think about it, I was just one of those girls that was too white to be colored and too colored to be white. That was my life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to unpack that?
Yeah, let's get into that.
That's a lot to unpack, though.
I feel like JP is one of those people, sorry.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so.
No, well,
Maybe. I don't know. We don't know you well.
I'll gladly take that tag, yes.
Yes. So that every time I think of school, that's what I think of. That's the feelings that come with school. Besides the fact that I love routine and schedules and uniform and all that jazz, I loved school, like in that sense. I'm one of those crazy people. Crazy people. That's why when I left school, everything went to like hell. But yeah, I'm a rusty bug.
Do you think it's because one of the things I spoke about was the reasoning was the way I speak. So the way I spoke was not colored enough.
Exactly.
And therefore didn't mingle with that group of people. And then the way I look wasn't also very colored enough in terms of the fade wasn't in because our school didn't allow that sort of thing. So so do you think that had a role to play in the way you felt?
The way that I spoke, for sure. It's I mean, and besides that, I hardly ever used, no matter what language or culture I'm associating with, I very rarely use slang. My great grandma said, "You've got to speak the Queen's English." So that's what I remember all the time. Yeah. But yeah, the way you speak, the way you present yourself, my friends, for the most part, like 99% white. Yeah. And then I went to Stellenbosch University, and majority of the people that would meet me and then hear me speak were like, "Oh, are you an international student?" Like, and it still happens. People ask me in the shops, "Where do you come from? Are you from?" I've gotten Egypt, the Mediterranean, Madagascar, the UK, Brazil during the World Cup. Oh my gosh. It's just like it.
But
just
you do
keeps
look culturally ambiguous, not gonna lie.
Yes,
you do.
Yes.
You're giving off a certain tan there that's just culturally ambiguous.
Is that no one get you confused with?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because
I'm Egyptian.
I've
got the... Sorry, keep going.
Happiness is a choice. I'm happy. I must not say peace, man. That's everything is a B there. So because I have an Indian-ish nose, man. Like I have a very okay, so I'm obviously colored, but I sort of, like we spoke about this a while back, code switch. But people definitely thought I was like American. There was like, what's it, like Mozambique, Zanzibar type countries.
Yeah.
And then my favorite is obviously Somali and that long distance trio, Kenya, Ethiopia.
Just without the height.
You say the running infinity stones.
Because I was skinny, man. Like I used to be super skinny. But yeah, so that was I mean, Lal knows. I mean, you know.
The adult textbook is there to prove it. So
yeah. Wait. So you said you went to Rustenburg Girls?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And then Stellenbosch University. So
Yes.
what did you end up sort of studying and stuff like that?
At Stellenbosch University, I tried to double major in BCom marketing management and industrial psychology. That was the goal. I was going to double major, and then I was going to go more into industrial psychology and consumer behavior and all that jazz. And then third year rolled around, and it was just not happening. I failed the whole year. I lost all my scholarships. I just, like I said, I liked school. Lots of structure, lots of, as soon as varsity came along, I was like, shit. I'm smart. I know that sounds, I'm a smart person.
It's okay.
I swear, I'm a smart person. Unfortunately, the mental breakdowns and illness and panic attacks started happening in exams and stuff. So I left that. Tried to take a year off, worked as a manager at a fast food takeaway place, and try to continue studying for UNISA, but it's hard. Yeah. UNISA sucks. Like I applaud anyone who can finish a degree through UNISA. It's tough. You have to be like superhuman. I can't.
The music's placed on the
That is loading the disclaimer.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool.
I would
let
need help.
your feelings out. We have to come back here.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want. Love your best life. We will love vicariously through you.
Oh my gosh.
So there's two things I want to ask. The first thing is, so what do you do now?
Now, my main source of income is through mobile dog grooming. I drive around to my clients' houses. I've got my big ass table and my toolbox and sometimes a very heavy duty dryer, like blow dry. And I groom dogs in the comfort of their own home. I didn't want to work in a parlor. I didn't want to own a parlor. Just from a stress point of view, it just makes so much more sense for me to do that. And grooming was actually like my entry point. Well, that was the plan. Grooming was the entry point into the dog world because ultimately I am a dog behaviorist and trainer. I just graduated with a diploma in animal behavior end of last year. After many, like I said, I'm smart, but it turns out that studying is not my forte, and my brain just doesn't really function on the same level as most awesome people.
Sometimes my brain doesn't function at all.
Yeah. So at the moment, mostly dog grooming. On Saturdays, I go to school, dog school, where I am one of the trainers, and slowly taking on behavior clients as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So behavior clients are those but too rough, and you're trying to change that? Or
So it would be
behavioral?
dogs and the humans, of course, who are having a tough time with certain aspects of life, be it a dog who's super, super scared of a couple of things, maybe unable to walk, he's that scared. It could just be something as simple as my dog won't stop barking when guests come over, or a potty training issue, house training issue. Some people just want a bit of extra help when they get a new puppy because it's a lot.
It is.
Not as much. Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
You confessed the HIV
I didn't know you were having this.
Spill the tea on Master Beauregard.
I am entering the room. We have recently got a Labrador.
You've got a baby. I'm sorry. You've got a baby too, and you decided to get a...
The Labrador was
the
first.
Labrador was first. With the idea that,
they're going to grow up together.
Ideally, they'll grow up together.
Yeah,
But
such a good idea, man.
to the audio and visual listeners.
It wasn't with a faint heart. It wasn't with a...
So sorry, just to comment, his name is Bo, but he has so much energy. So much energy. In the morning, in the evening, he has energy all the time. And the only way we can get it is like through playing or through a walk. And now with the rain, he's inside, so it's a bit much. And we have a baby. And I didn't know I was going to do this, but... yes, Labradors are so nice. Like, he's so friendly.
They're amazing after the age of 3.
Thank you.
Yes.
That wasn't in the TCT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also what I'm here for. Like, one of the things that we actually encourage is that before someone decides to get a dog or a puppy, have a chat with a professional in the field and discuss the do's and don'ts, and is this the right time, and what breed is actually right for me. Just because it matches the furniture doesn't mean that it's going to turn out so well. You'd be surprised how often that happens.
You buy dogs to match the furniture.
No, other people. I'm not saying me. No. There are actually people out there who say, I like the look of this dog and he goes so well with my interior.
The dog's gonna eat the
Yes.
Yeah, no, okay. We can
It's beautiful.
just comment on JP's journey. So JP first had 2 cats.
Yes.
Oh,
So yeah, and
the way to go.
that was chill. That was like
Yeah,
they basically raised themselves.
Yeah.
And then he became a dog dad, and then he became a real dad. And I think fatherhood is probably going to be easier. It's both fun. It's both fun.
No,
it's
Like and
they
subscribe
are
for more.
journeys. It's a journey. Either way, you're gonna be on a.
Yeah, we're gonna sort of explore the whole like pet ownership and doggy story. I do want to talk about, because you mentioned that your brain doesn't work how normal people's brains work.
Yes.
So we want to sort of get into that concept of being neurodivergent.
Yeah.
All right, so that's for us colored folk, that's a new term. That's a because
Yeah, no, it is.
It's definitely
Yeah.
and it's obviously we're referring to the ASD, the different autism and ADHD and all those different spectrum individuals. So do you have a unofficial diagnosis? Do you have a...
I have an official diagnosis now after 32 years of life.
Okay.
Which is very, very frustrating. I am autistic.
Okay.
Yes. It seems that through all of my research and leading up to this point that a lot of older girls and women are only getting diagnosed now because so much of the research that was done on autism and various mental illnesses and developmental issues, the research was done on men, by men and on men. Yeah. And I mean, we know that there was also it's the same issue with like heart attacks and stuff like that. Women are different in so many ways. So a lot of it is only being picked up later in life, because when you struggle with a developmental disorder for as long as someone like me has, it results in anxiety and depression. So you basically get misdiagnosed with just those things.
Okay.
Maybe a bit of ADHD. But women are really, really good at masking. We're really good at learning from a very young age. It's what we're taught, to be polite and be quiet and, do all the things that a girl is meant to do. So that, coupled with the fact that girls are just really, really good at adjusting and adapting to certain situations and, learning new social cues and whatnot, it makes us maskers.
Wow.
Yeah, so masking is like a superpower for girls. And it just leads to this phenomenon where you basically mask so much that you convince yourself and your family and your doctors that you're not autistic. And eventually it just got to a point where I spoke to my psychiatrist and I said, look, I'm actually not doing that great. And then I mentioned a few things to her that I just simply never said before.
Yeah.
Mostly because it felt like I was just crazy. Some of it because I just so desperately wanted to be okay. I wanted to be normal. I just wanted to live my life. But it gets to a certain point where shit hits the fan. And she decided, she said, have you ever explored the fact that, maybe you're neurodivergent? And through her and the, what's it called? The Neurodivergent Center, the NDC.
Okay.
Yeah, made an appointment with them. You go through this whole process of testing with you. Well, you get assigned a therapist and go through a couple of interviews and testing, and eventually after loads and loads of hours and money, I was diagnosed, and now I'm in the process of working with the therapist and figuring things out. And it's scary. A lot of my family don't know. Hi.
Yo!
Yeah.
A GenC Exclusive. Wow.
I can count on 2 hands how many people actually know. But most people just say, oh, but you don't seem autistic, which is just very, very frustrating. Because it is, while for many people there are a lot of external, very obvious signs, there's also a ton of internal things that are going on that unfortunately a lot of people can't see. So, yeah.
So, how was it, like, the way you articulated that was just...
Yeah, I want to actually give a...
Fantastic. You're like, oh, wow. Because I think it's excellent. We both sat here and like we were able to kind of like experience what you went through in the way you spoke about it, the way it was kind of something you battled with and internally a lot of the times, and you spoke about it, and then all of a sudden when you're saying it, it start becoming real.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy. I spoke to there's like 3 people in my family that know, and one of them is my cousin. And when I spoke to him about it, he opened up to me about the fact that he had needed to go to a clinic for his depression. And it just made me realize that, maybe it's okay to say it to more people. And so that more people can get help. I'm like 100% certain that there's so many women out there who have these issues and they've been on medication for years and years and trying out different cocktails of medication. And it's stressful and damaging to your liver and your system. And we just want to find answers. So, yeah.
Wait, sorry, what? Wait, what? What is damaged? What is dangerous to your liver?
So antidepressants, anti-anxiety meds, all the SSRIs.
The other cocktails are also bad for your liver, but that's not.
Hey, I'm allowed.
Yes, I don't drink.
Me neither.
Because I'm on all the meds.
So we touched on like a very, very interesting bit there. And so I think, so firstly, you mentioned how as a woman that you don't get the sort of like diagnosis early enough. And then something that's sort of in our community as colored people in the more sort of poorer areas, those kids are just considered either naughty or like lazy and stuff like that. So
or I was considered gifted.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I know, because autism it's a spectrum. No
100%.
one autistic person looks the same. And I had really intense like language skills and reading skills and like mathematics and all that. My brain is able to learn those things fairly quickly. I could read before I got to grade 1.
Wow.
Thank you, Pa. And my speech was like top notch. So it's not necessarily just that. And besides gifted, I was also just weird. Apparently, my mom would say, "Oh no, she's quirky. She's weird," because of the way that I organized things, and everything had to be in the right order. And if it wasn't, then I'd freak out. The butterfly had to have the same shaped wings. If it's different, just no. So there's those little aspects as well. But yeah, it seems that in the colored community, number one, we don't speak about that stuff unless it's like very obvious.
Yeah, okay.
We've got someone in the family whose kid is also autistic and she's nonverbal.
Okay.
So it's very obvious.
Yeah,
So when I told my parents and my mom knows this little kid, she looks at me and she thinks of the kid and she's like,
that's what we do. That's what we do. Because it doesn't look like that, it can't be that.
Exactly.
But it's a spectrum. Please.
Exactly. And the struggles are still all there. There are many days where I am so jealous that I'm not more obviously autistic.
Okay.
Because many autistic men and women are given certain allowances in various situations, be it social, be it when you're going shopping, on a plane, stuff like that. And, people are a bit more careful around them. And, they offer more help. And then there's me who looks like I don't need help.
But
I look perfectly fine. I'm perfectly functioning. I can dress myself. I can talk. I can cook. I can do all the things. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I've got the internal struggles and I have the meltdowns in private. It doesn't sound very private when it happens. And my dad's like, the neighbors are going to hear. But yeah, it's something that more people need to talk about. And more people just need to go to therapy.
Actually, to the audio listeners, to the viewers, please do share your stories of people that you know that are going through this.
Yeah.
Some of us are neurotypical, aka neuro boring.
You're okay.
Okay, can we get back to discussing the doggos? So I do have one question is, so you obviously you work with dogs. Are you anti-cat?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm unfortunately allergic to them.
So cats are anti-you.
Yes. No. But they love me. Oh, but they love me so much, unfortunately. When it's always the person who's allergic to cats that the cats just go like...
I don't know. They just smell it. They always go to the person that doesn't want to be.
No, but I love them. They're fantastic. I've looked after, because I also do house sitting, and I look after cats as well. And, if I'm with them for, let's say, 2 weeks, and I've had enough antihistamines in my system every single day, then I kind of get used to them. But no, I love cats.
Okay.
Dogs are just more my thing.
Yeah.
So, our perception, or when I grew up, it was always the dog had to be outside. The dog could never be inside. The dog was, in a lot of the cases, the dog was bought for protection.
Yes.
For the alarm system. And then now we're switching to a space where you kind of inviting the dogs into your space by training them and that sort of thing. What is it about training that is so beneficial to both the dogs and the owners?
So, number one, with people who get dogs for protection, the dogs that live outside, they're not going to protect you. As soon as that guy jumps over the wall, they might bite that guy out of fear. But generally, the dogs that just live outside and spend their lives outside, they're not confident. They don't really regard you as family.
Wow.
Look, they've done many simulations, like break-in simulations. And the dogs that live outside, more often than not, they actually run away when they get the chance. They're like, cool, I'm out. This guy's coming in the house. Great. But dogs who are raised inside and live inside, they are far better able to protect the home. And when it comes to training, I mean, at number one, you're bettering the bond between you and your dog. You are learning how to effectively communicate in a safe and positive way if you're doing it through a qualified professional. And dogs were designed, for the most part, we won't look at the little lap dogs that are just there for... I don't know. Yeah, we won't.
Decoration.
They can also work, okay? They can, but I've seen Shih Tzus and stuff like that they really don't want to. They're just like, this is my life. Yeah. Thanks. But they were designed with a purpose, and just maybe only a century ago. Yeah, only a century ago, things started changing a little bit. And so, yeah, they do really, really need a job. And we need to stimulate their mind and challenge their mind. And also, the better relationship you have with your dog, the sooner you can tell when there are any issues, any health concerns. Plus, why not? Your dog will have such, from a guarding standpoint, your guard dog will be far more likely to protect you if you've got a better relationship with them. If not, there's really nothing that.
So we asked our audience as well, how do they feel about training? And I'm just going to read some of the responses because I think some of the
I'm scared.
Well, this is so we actually got our Labrador from this person, Jodie Shoulder.
Okay.
So she has 2, but no kids, so she's surviving. So she says, puppy school. While my colored family was thinking, I don't know what to do with my money. So we always, like, when you spend money on things like puppy school, there's always this question that the parents are, but now why are you spending your money doing something like that? Do you think, or what is it about our perception of puppy school that makes it think that it's not worth the investment?
It seems like a lot of people think that puppy school is just a space to show off your new puppy. It's really not. And besides the fact that you're taking your puppy to puppy school to learn how to properly socialize with other puppies their own age, you're going there to learn things yourself. As a trainer, we're there to actually train the humans, not just the puppies. We are empowering you with a whole lot of information that you really desperately need to help make the next 2 years at least, because those are the most difficult years, to make those years a little bit easier and more manageable, and to help you raise a confident dog. A confident dog is a predictable dog. Dogs who don't go to puppy school, dogs who don't get to leave the house much, dogs who are only walked up and down their own street, they live in this tiny little bubble. And then as soon as you expose them to something that's remotely novel, they get super, super scared. And the dogs who get scared, it's either fight or flight. And a ton of them are going to fight. So many of the aggressive dogs that I know, like there's one I know that's aggressive and confident. The rest of them, they are going to bite you because they're scared. So the main reason to go to puppy school is to just get in there, get the basic information that you need. We will obviously encourage you to keep on going because it's just so much fun. The men seem to enjoy it a hell of a lot more than the women do sometimes because they get competitive and everyone just, it's hilarious and annoying. But just... So
then there's a second response which I would like your input on. It's from _Abdul RK. Note that I didn't choose a tricky name this time. But and his answer was, depending on the pet, is there a difference between like what those that we can train and those that we cannot?
Every animal can be trained. Every animal. You can train your cats.
Allegedly.
I was thinking about that actually. Sorry, I was thinking about that, like how like some people are like flipping ape whisperers. Like they like those monkeys and stuff. They can flip and control. Well, not control, but they can almost like.
It's about communication and figuring out what that individual's motivation is. Whether you are human or a dog or a cat or a hamster or a fish, even. I've seen fish being trained. Pigeons can play ping pong.
For all of them.
You've seen those.
What?
There was an experiment ages ago. Yeah.
Pigeons can play ping pong.
You need to hop onto YouTube. Pigeons playing ping pong.
Pigeons playing ping pong. That's crazy.
Yes.
Now I kind of want to see for the viewers, like, seeing your wildest animal video. That
All animals can be trained, and it's about finding out what motivates them, and using that to your advantage.
Yeah.
And getting a professional to help you.
So that is really a comment to transition to this next game we're going to be playing. So which is...
There's one more card response.
Oh, is there one there?
Yeah, there's one more response. I don't have it there. Maybe I do, actually. Give me your phone. Sorry, my phone is with Lau. Oh, no, I only go into WhatsApp. Sorry there. Sorry, I have to get this comment. I'm so sorry. So there's You can
Oh
actually.
no, because it wasn't a comment. It was a DM.
You can read this.
Oh. Oh.
Training your husband is possible.
So the comment is from Mrs. Jackson. How do you feel about dog training? Yes, but training my husband is a different story. Appreciate you, Kelly. Appreciate you. Oh my days. I actually have to read one more. Sorry, this is a big response. This is from Adil. So he said, because the question obviously is, how do you feel about training pets? And he says that this is one of the most laborious things to do as an adult if you are a first-time fur parent or parent in general. However, it is also one of the most rewarding things to do. Once you see the fruits of your labor and all the time you have put into your pet, P.S. This above applies to dogs because cats are just reincarnated kings and queens who do whatever they want.
Not a lie.
So I've actually seen videos of Idol training Bear. That's his German Shepherd's name. And like, yeah, he's definitely putting in that work. So yeah, I appreciate. Thanks for the response, Idol. That's really
Thank you. It is very, very important to note though that a lot of, particularly in this wonderful culture of ours, there's a lot of emphasis on punishment and standing firm and being the leader. Alpha theory amongst your pack animals, it doesn't exist. Your puppy is not trying to dominate you. Your dog is not trying to dominate you. And you don't need to use punishment. Really, you don't. That's why it is very, very important that whoever you do go to for classes or training or behavior consultations, you got to make sure that they are qualified. It is so crazy important because there is such a huge fallout from punishment. I mean, if your parents smacked you at some stage, we know. It's not exactly a warm hug. It's not making us feel amazing about our mother. It's a little bit damaging. So when it comes to our pets, I mean, have you ever seen a lion or a tiger or a bear trained with punishment in the zoos and stuff? They use positive reinforcement because if you try to hit a bear, it's going to hit you back. Dogs are it's such a shame, but dogs have been domesticated to such a point where many of them will just tolerate it, which is very, very sad. But yeah, like you said, it can be quite a difficult task. It's actually pretty easy. If you know what you're doing, and if you know what you're doing, technically we're all training each other and our pets every day, just through the responses that we're giving them and the boundaries that we're setting and the management. It's just all about figuring out what to do with what you've got. And it is very, very rewarding. Like, yeah.
Okay, I think JP is ready for the game. Are you ready for the game?
So it's a transition game.
Oh,
it's not the whole game we're going to be playing.
No worries.
But the game is leaning towards train or not to train.
Ooh.
So I'm going to give you there's two options. I know it's three, but there's two options and you need to let us know which one you would train or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's about.
Yeah.
I'm
So
learning
like
with you.
it's like random things and it's one miscellaneous one. But like cockroaches or spiders.
Okay.
Because
Burn the house down.
So spiders are definitely much cooler, which means that we should probably if I must train a cockroach, whoa, that's gonna make them even more scary. Oh my god.
Fly. No. No.
Yo, you on one with that one. Hectic.
You know what? If I put the effort in, I'm sure that we could. No, I can't even. No, just no, no to both. I'm sorry.
No to both.
I can't. Ugh.
So some people actually have those like pet spiders, like because apparently like a tarantula is like a cool pet, like it's like they're actually
Allegedly.
nice. Apparently they're like are really nice, yeah. And what about the daddy long legs?
No.
Why did they give that spider a kinky name?
You know that they are incredibly poisonous, like super, super poisonous. The only reason that we don't have issues with them is because their mouth is too small to bite us.
Immediately no.
He knows.
Why did we
Yeah.
call them daddy long legs then?
Deadly creatures.
Okay, next one.
Okay, this is the last one. Train or not to train?
Yeah.
The sloffy or the dish towel, the drying towel that you use.
I'll train the drying towel.
Okay.
That's got a bit more
Like
pizzazz
I
to
don't-
it.
Is the spirit of the question, which one would you use as a training tool? Yo.
I am anti-punishment.
Yes. Wild. That's wild.
But I was just because, like, if you see the sloffy fly across the room,
Yeah.
right, would you want it to go to a specific location? Or you just throwing with the hook?
Yo. 'Cause
Flashback to every
The
time.
aerodynamics.
that thing can like spin around corners.
Boomerang.
Because
Yeah.
they heard that KMT from a mile away. I was like 2 years old when I learned that KMT stands for that sound. Kiss my teeth.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like people like people from the UK, I guess they use the term KMT. It means kiss my teeth. And then we use MXM, I think. We use MXM.
Because I remember my mummy distinctly throwing from the kitchen to the lounge if I changed the TV channel with the sloffy. So clearly.
You are lucky. I got the wooden spoon.
Yeah. I feel like the objects were wooden. Some of it was leather. Some of it was a sambo. Yo!
Some of it. The handbags.
Yeah.
I'm talking like someone that got hiding. I never got hiding.
So Rizaan, what do you have in your bowl today?
Yes, sir. We have the infamous Say My Now. And we have 3 because each of us is going to... Oh, I botched it. There's more than 3. Oh, please don't be a repeat.
Gotta read
That's
them.
so awkward.
Hey, did you quality
No,
control?
no, we've never seen it.
Ah,
So now, I'm just
Okay,
going to
okay.
assume that this is the 3. So let's just all take one for good measure.
right.
Sure.
Okay, so I will start because JP is reading the whole time. Deep. Okay, this is new. Say me now. All animals could talk. They can, but okay. Would you still eat meat? Like imagine they could speak our language. Would we still eat them? Because it's giving like intelligent life vibes.
I'm going to say yes because I already feel like through my research and studies and work with animals that like I get a sense of each of them being individuals and whatnot. But I love bacon. I do. I'm sorry.
I think I would always like maybe I'd probably just eat fish. Like
Okay.
and
Why? Because you can handle the fish talking.
Yeah.
instead of
I
other
just
animals.
I just feel like there's just so many,
What
man.
Have you watched Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
Haven't you cried?
Do you not care about those fish?
Finding Dory. Even like
no, like
Fish are friends.
yo, but jellyfish are aliens. And octopuses.
octopi. Is it octopus?
No, it is octopuses. It's wild. It's like it's octopuses. It's not octopi. It's not octopi.
Okay.
Octopi is a flavor. Calamari.
Whoa.
That's a joke. That the octopi is a flavor is a joke. But it is octopuses.
It doesn't sound very nice, but okay. Next.
Is this way?
You see how I'm not a
Please.
credible
Oh, you're
source
gonna
now.
eat all
all of
the
a
meat?
sudden.
Apparently
when-
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even when Babe talks to you and Wilbur,
And Wilbur.
Daisy the cow.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it was like
No, I get what you're saying, but like when they in front of me, they're not speaking anymore, right?
I feel like
So
sheep
so
can get
so
eaten
that's
as well.
so that's for the person preparing. That's their last to take. The timing it's we already know I'm savage, guys. It's fine.
Savage.
Oh my goodness.
JP's gonna go.
Can I-
Okay, go.
round
I'm
this out,
Your
your
round
round
this
this out.
so sorry.
Say now, you are offered 100 mil to leave everything and everyone with no notice.
To
5
dip.
of the closest people to you
Mm.
will receive 10 million with no explanation. I'm assuming who are the 5?
Is it? Oh, so who?
No, I think
Oh,
would
sorry.
you
No,
go?
would you go?
Oh, sorry, would
I
you
think-
go? There is no upper. Would
Okay.
you go? Would you go?
Where are we going?
It says nothing. You must just go.
My
Mars,
initial
yeah.
reaction is actually yes. Yeah. There's a lot that people could do. The
So I
5
actually
closest people to me, I would
I
love to
think-
give them.
Yeah, I actually think it's a self-sacrifice. to be
Yeah.
honest. Like you willing to, even though it's not bad. I mean, you have 100 mil, but like you taking the decision to step away to give a life-changing abundance
Yeah.
to your
Spoken
people
like a
that
true finance
stays
person.
behind. So yes, I would go. I would go.
Definitely.
My-
Really, you hectic.
Leave your baby
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
Leave your
I
dog
mean,
behind.
I mean, you say you don't want to be trained by Gilly.
So are you staying?
That's tough. That's actually tough. Like, okay, I think a month ago I would have been like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, now he's got his girlfriend.
Now I'm like,
Yeah.
now I'm like things to look forward to, man. You know,
Yeah.
like I have this hope for me, Nutella jars and everything.
Yeah. It's so physical touch to physical.
All these new
challenge.
love languages.
But like, if I think about it, yeah, 100 million, and then 5 of the closest people in my life get, yeah, bro. Like I have some poor friends.
Because
Does that include him?
no,
yes,
JP
please.
Sneak.
Yes, please. Please
JP
add me to
JP
the
will
list.
definitely.
Yeah.
I realized that
You
like,
didn't even know what I did, Rizaan.
who knows what the best friend does for a living? What? Now
Where does your money come from?
I was gonna say that like I realized literally like I was in bed and I thought about how like there's 3 people I refer to as brother in a non-biological sense. It's you, it's Solo, and it's Rizaan. And it's like, nah, bro, you. I don't call my female friend sister. No.
Okay.
That's
For everyone else, let's just picture Rizaan saying that on the couch, not while he's lying in bed. Please continue.
what just happened?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Say mana, you wake up tomorrow having been transformed into. Is this like a Super Saiyan? Or
Yes.
like as in Goku, okay, or a Kryptonian, and their world will merge with Earth.
Woof.
What is?
So I think what would it be like?
So now there's
That's it.
Saiyans and
There's
Kryptonians
Saiyans
among
and
us.
yeah.
Just
the
random
real
strong
Piccolos.
people. That's an Namekian though. Did you not pay
Listen,
attention?
I had a crush on Goku.
As you should.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yeah, I mean, he held the world for like 2 weeks.
Away! Koppel is
Into- into Winnieman.
Never mind that.
minutes
He was
later.
just cute.
I think it will be strange to like be with like real Saiyan people in the same place.
Cause most the whole part of the canon is that like the Saiyans are like dying out because they just want to fight. So they're
Yeah.
like a race of people that's smart to just fight. Kryptonians are normal, they're fine. But
Are they?
yeah, they're not like murderous. The Saiyans literally want to just like fight.
Yeah.
As far as I understand, they're
I need to go watch Superman again.
Their planet, okay, hectic.
Yeah.
I just think their planet is just dying
What are
because
the?
of capitalism. Like, it's,
Because of capitalism.
That's valid. I think that's why. Can I see the question again? Sorry.
Is it General Dodd?
Zod.
Okay, I almost got there. Like, I feel like he was.
But the Goku was the cutest, so we didn't expect you to focus on anybody else.
Sorry. Yeah.
What's going through your head?
Now I'm just trying to think, like, what's the theme, and like, you know, because obviously the whole idea of being Superman is that, like, he's gonna protect the world, so that means that we're also gonna get all the bad guys.
Yeah.
Which I'm not keen for.
The Last of Us, you say.
Yeah, I just smug Frieza's racist ass. You monkey egg, you racist. Woof. 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 Okay, so that was something. So at the end, we like to give our guest an opportunity to sort of answer or do two things. I think number one is sort of tell the audience where people can find you and how they can sort of reach out to the business that you do. And then the second one is provide a message to your younger self.
Okay. If anyone needs any help with their dogs, their puppies, their cats, we can push you on to someone else. So the school that I work with is Dogs at Home Training Center. If you just Google Dogs at Home, you'll find it straight away. We are a team of behaviorists and trainers. So there's always someone willing to help. We love what we do. Obviously, there are some T's and C's in terms of it seems that a ton of people do not like using treats. We use treats, we use praise, we use all the happy things, Mary Poppins voices and stuff. But yeah, otherwise you can follow me on Instagram at Copperloo Dogs or at Caronicles. Message to my younger self though. The first thing that popped into my head was, please take care of your teeth. Or don't date a physiotherapist, date a dentist. Because this shit, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Oh, root canals suck. Crowns are just mad expensive. It's not pretty. It's freaking crowns. Go to therapy in high school already. Just do it. Don't wait until varsity. Do your thing in high school. And when it comes to boys, listen to your mom. She's wise. Yeah. That's about it.
Nice. So, if you are planning your next appointment at the dentist, please do. And I think on myself, before I go there.
Yeah, please.
From my side, I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
It's such a
Thank
pleasure.
you for sharing your story with us. Thank you for opening our eyes, or at least making us a bit more aware of things that are around us. And I think, like you said, there isn't one size fits all in this sort of space. So we just need to be kind to one another as best as possible. And I think if you like this content, please remember to rate us on the podcast platforms. Like, share, subscribe, and we out. Peace.